Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another Redstone challenge video, and in this one we're going to try to make a block swapper that uses, or not a block swapper, a shulker box swapper that makes it where you can choose what you want to be swapped. So if you're looking for the tutorial of this, you got the wrong video. I'll try to put an info card on that when it gets released, but aside from that, okay, so my plan for it is to use an arrow selection system, and I'll show you when I get that finished, but that'll be the first step, an arrow selection system. Then you'll press a button and it will unlock, it'll send in your choice, and then after your choice is sent in, then it will send through your shulker box. And yeah, you'll get your shulker box and then it'll be sent back into the system. So the whole thing is going to be a pretty beefy design, and yeah, I'll kind of show you it throughout it, and I'll make other videos that are more easy, but apart from that, I'm going to get the redstone supplies needed for the arrow selection system, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I decided to go with a fancy arrow. It's like a spectral arrow or something like that. But anyways, I'm going to do the design real quick, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so that's that. I got the arrow selection system in place. For a second I forgot how to make it. Oh, I thought I knew, but I forgot how many ticks these were supposed to be on. Hopefully I did all that right though. I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, it's working pretty good. Nice and quick. Alright, so the next thing is going to be the output circuit. So like where I'm sending the information off to. I'll put the different selections in a second, but for now, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Okay, I think I'll have like pistons. I think I know, but I'm going to work that out, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, this is what I've got so far. I think this is going to work. So when that goes down, yeah, we'll get an output from the one thing that is powered, and it will work for each one of them. So yeah, when we're ready to submit the thing, I guess you'll press a button, and it'll have, well, it actually doesn't need an extended delay. It'll be about that long. Yep, and it'll fire. Yep. So all I need is a button to do that. So yeah, this is coming together pretty well. So I'm going to have dispensers facing out this way and a hopper line running across, and then I think I'm going to pick up on this a little bit later. So I'm just going to try to get the actual getting it there done now, and then I'll get all the resetting and stuff done later. I'm gonna, yeah, something like that. So I'm going to get started on hoppers and dispensers and stuff, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I got partly the dispensers in place. I got these right here, but I ran into a problem. So I already put down all the hoppers and all that stuff, and they were getting stuck. And first I noticed I put it by the redstone torch, so I thought that was the problem, but then I did it again, and I noticed that this repeater is running directly into this, and it's powering this, which is also powering this. So I was getting from 2 to 3 shulker boxes every time, and that's not what we want. Even though that could make for a pretty cool expansion of stuff, but I might do something on that, but yeah, whatever. So I am going to push that back one more block, and then, or actually, I could just put the dispensers on the end of that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'll be right back with you when I get that sorted out. Okay, so I put in the shulker boxes in these dispensers right here. So I'm going to send it to that second one right there. So hopefully this will work and only fire out one. So let's watch. Yeah, it only fired out one from what I saw. Oh, let's make sure there's nothing in there. Then we should get an orange one any second. I don't know where it's at. Oh, yeah, magenta, not orange. But yeah, so that's working. So I'm going to get the automatic dispensing system done. And I need to think of how I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to do a regular one. Or I might do some fancy one. I don't know. I'll figure it out real quick. And yeah. Okay, so I didn't do that just yet, but I did put ice on the bottom, so all the items will like fly through really fast. So we'll get them way faster than the hoppers, because that took quite a long time. And then I was thinking about how I was going to sort the items back into their place. And yeah, I noticed that that might be a little difficult, because they're non-stackable. They're like, yeah. So I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do that. I think it'll be something with comparators, and yeah, it should, well, obviously it'll have something to do with comparators, but this should work. Yeah, this should work. I don't know, man, it'll be hard the way that I'm wanting to do this, but this will work in the end. I just don't know how at the moment. So let's see how fast the item flies through at the point. Yeah, so that goes by pretty fast and then makes its way into here pretty fast. So that's a good thing. So now I'm going to work on the automatic dispensing system, and then I'll do all this other stuff regarding this. So yeah, I'll be right back with you when I get that. Finally! Oh, I finally got it to work. It took a lot of redesigning, and I made a rookie mistake. I put this as a repeater, so I did a lot of redesigning for no reason, and it might be unnecessarily slow. I'm gonna try to take out these and make sure it works. So let's just get a random one. Here it comes, and yep, got it. So that is fully functional and working. So now we need the piston pushing system. Yeah, that'll be a whole nother thing, because I'll have to work by this, and I'm trying to make it all where you'll be getting your stuff from here. Or I could make it where you're getting it from here, and that would be a lot easier for me and for the person doing this. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to work on the piston pushing system, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my plan for the piston system, it's not just this. Okay, it's not just that. Don't worry. We're not making it that easy. It's going to have an automatic piston system, so it doesn't get clogged up or anything if you switch it. So how I'm going to do that, I think, is I'm going to have it where when the button that activates this line is pressed, it'll also send a signal to this, and that shouldn't be that hard at all, but yeah. So that's just what my plan is. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the redstone up with that and this, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got that all sorted out. I did, this button is being connected to a redstone line that simply runs up here, and gives that a quick little press, as you can see. And then it also extends this piston, so watch it again if you didn't see it already. But it also extends that if there's any leftovers, so it doesn't clog up the system. Okay, so now all we have to do is the collection. And that is probably going to be the hardest thing to do, all the sorting and stuff, because I have no idea how I'm going to actually do it. I don't think these are sortable. Yeah. I don't actually know. I think we're going to have something to do with, like, there's going to be a redstone or a comparator output from, like, this block heading. I really don't know. I don't know. I can't really think of how I'm gonna do it. This actually may be one of the hardest parts. I don't know. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll give a few status updates on the way to see if I have any ideas or like really anything that I can do to fix that. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that and I'll be with you again. Okay, finally, after some hard thinking, I think I have an idea. It will include putting blocks on top of all of these, like this, and making kind of a torch tower upwards. I'm just saying, this will not be the smallest or like the cheapest or anything like that kind of design. This is just to get the job done. So, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so then some more redstone torches up here. Okay, so it'll involve like locking hoppers. So I think I'm going to have like hoppers like this. And I'm definitely not building this in a survival world. But it'll involve hoppers like this, and then I think it'll lock certain hoppers. Yeah. Okay, I have an idea, and I'll set it up and then explain to you how it works in a second. Okay, so I got all the redstone in place. It's going to have this little torch tower upwards. Not really little, but you know what I mean. So it's going to have that, and then it's going to lock all of these hoppers except for the one that it wants to like send in. So I chose the last one, and it is actually empty, as you can see here. And some other ones are empty too, but we're just going to show this as an example. So it should sort out, and the blue one should end up right there in that hopper. Not hopper. You know what I mean, drawer. But yeah, and so it does. So I think that's how we're going to do it. But we do run into a problem, because if someone does all this and then they press the button, then what's going to happen? It's going to send it to the wrong one. So yeah, that's where our problem comes in. And I can't really do a sorting system, that's the thing. So I think what's going to happen is as soon... I really don't know. I didn't give myself the most amount of room, but I think what can happen is before anything happens with this, you have to press the button. You have to press this button right here. Well, not this button, it'll be a different button. Before you can do anything, you have to press that button. So, yeah. Man, this is gonna be pretty difficult though. So, I'm going to think out how I can do this, and then I'll be right back, and then I think that'll be the last clip for a little bit. Okay, so after a really long time of thinking and trying to come up with something, I finally got something that would work to make it where before you could use this, and as you can see it's not sorting, you have to press the button, and once you press the button then you can use it again. I still have to invert the signal though, so I do need to do that. But other than that, this thing is really doing good. Now all we'll have to figure out is, well, I think it should go pretty smoothly from there. But yeah, this has been a pretty hard redstone project to do. So I'm going to finish up inverting the signal real quick, and then I'll be right back with you for one last status update, and then I'm gonna take a break and I'll get back on it later. So I'm gonna get on that and I'll be right back with you. Yes, it is all complete. Not like everything is complete, but this little system right here is complete. And wow, it was really hard to think of an idea, even though this is super simple. Like, it's crazy simple. Sometimes you just overthink things and then you realize that and you're like, you know, but now it is fully functional and it is working. So as you can see, there's no shulker box there, so we can do this as we please, and those will be chosen up there, as you can see. But then when we actually get a shulker box, just plop that in there, that thing will do that, and it'll become locked, where nothing can be chosen. Yeah. Wow, like, yeah. I'm so excited that this worked. It has been about it's been an hour and a half working on just this little session right here. Not just this part, but, you know, doing that and all that. But, yeah, everything is really simple in the end. It's just coming up with it is hard, you know. But yeah, we're going to finish up this later, so I'm going to hopefully get some ideas, and yeah, so see you in a second. Welcome back, everyone. Alright, well, for you that was like 1 second, for me that was a few hours. But anyways, time to get started back on this. So, if I remember correctly, I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'll do how should I get the items up there? I want to kind of make it fancy. Do you guys know about the update aquatic? That would have made this thing so much easier. Water elevators, oh my, that would have just been great. If I could just stick a water source down and then the items would flow up. I think that's what they were saying by items will travel upwards on the update aquatic, so that will be quite cool. But for now, I think I'll just make, I don't know, I'll make some kind of simple elevator. We're not going to do much. You know what, I might just do an item elevator, you know. I'll make it out of, should I make it out of glass or packed ice? I'm going to do packed ice, make it look nice and fancy. And that's kind of the theme for this whole thing, white and light blue. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'll see you when I get something done. Okay, so as a status update, I have gotten the collection system in place and fully functional. I had a few little things where they were like, it would pop up over the block or whatever, but I found out that a fence gate can actually prevent that, and it works quite well. So yeah, I just have this little hopper right here, because usually when using this, it'll either get on top of this and then go back in there, or it'll get on the edge of that, so that needs to be a hopper. But anyways, this thing is looking good. I put in some walls. I moved the button one back, so then I could put in the color palette around this when we are done. So now for the actual elevator part, I went with packed ice, and yep, it's gonna look like this. And alright, so yeah, I'm just going to have a hopper line. Yeah, okay. I think I have an idea. So I'm going to get all of this stuff in place and get the automatic dispensing mechanism. I'm actually going to use a different design, not my design. It's going to be different. So, yeah, I'll just pick a design. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm going to get all that done, and then we might actually be done. I can't think of anything else we need to do. Of course, I'll put those walls in, so I'll do a status update when I'm done with this. But yeah, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the automatic dispenser's been put in place, and I actually forgot how to do it for a second, so I had to look at my video. But alright, so that's done. I got the hopper line running through. So now all that's left to do is make the water stream that goes in there. And then I'll load up all of the dispensers. And then we will see how this works. One thing I didn't consider though is the timing on this. Because if someone immediately presses the button and then goes over to do this, that might be a problem. And, ooh, yeah, there might be a problem there. So I'm going to check that out, and yeah, I just noticed a problem. But anyways, I'm going to work on that maybe a bit, and then I'll finish up the water stream. Well, I'll finish up the water stream, and I'll try it out and tell you what we've got. Okay, so here goes test 1. I'm going to point it at this one right here. So that'll be the last one. Let me make sure it's full real quick. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Alright, so I put a blue one in there. All of these are empty, correct? Yep. Alright, so let's press that button. And we should see that it was sent off. Oh, it's already there. Wow, that was actually pretty fast. So we get our different stuff. I'll just put that in there to make sure we got the right one. And we put hoppers underneath it. Clap, clap, clap. Oh. Ah, dang it. Wait, so what does that mean? Okay, so after a few minor difficulties, I've got it all fixed up. So, well, not, yeah. But most of it is working perfectly, and it's working fine. So now all I have to do is make it idiot-proof. And by idiot-proof, I mean people who don't know how this thing actually works. It's not that they're idiots, it's, well, whatever. Alright, so, yeah. That's how this thing is going right now. And I'll show you it in action really quickly. So I have the last one selected again, because I don't think many of the other ones have shulker boxes in them. But we can see we get a shulker box, and it doesn't take that long either. So I'll go ahead and put a packed ice in there, just to show you it's the one. The last one messed up, but I got the hopper thing all fixed up. So now we push that, and it will go down that hole. And then it'll travel across these hopper lines right here. We just saw it there. And then it's going to make its way up here in a second. I don't know if we'll actually see it. Might have already done it. Oh, wow, that was pretty fast. But yeah, as you can see, that's our shulker box with the packed ice. So yeah, this thing is working pretty good. So now to work out the timings on the idiot proofing. Yeah. I mean, we had a good idea here. It's not gonna work. I might need to move, like, the room to where it's just kind of a room like this, and then we have our arrow thing right here. Even though I don't know how that would work. Man, we might actually have a little bit of a situation. Not bad, but I really can't think of any way to do this. I don't know. But we'll do that one more time. So here's our packed ice. Let's go ahead and press the button. It goes down that. Travels across here. Man, I'm getting good with that timing. And then pops up there. It's probably already headed up there, traveling across, right there, and boom. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. So I'm going to figure out how long we need to wait. And I think one thing that I might just do is, well, I really don't know how we would do it. Whatever. Huh. I don't know. So I'm going to try to sort that out, and I'll be back with you when I have something to show for it. Okay, I have a really awesome idea. We're going to have a line of double piston extenders pop down from the bottom, and they're going to block this where you can't touch it. That's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to sort out how I'm actually going to do that, and hopefully I'll have enough room. I really did not think out this design very well. Should have gave myself more room. But yeah, I'm going to have a line of double piston extenders, and the one I made a video is actually the one I'm going to be using. And then I'll have some that pop out from the bottom right here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll just have a sign telling you what's going on. And then it'll unlock when... Yeah, okay, so first I'm gonna get that sorted out, then I'll get the redstone timing sorted out. So yeah, I'll be right back with you when I get that. The double piston extender is in place. So it'll go kind of like that, and I made it too far. That's... Yeah, well, I'll fix all of this stuff up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I just had a pretty cool idea. What if we made a little, like, cup around it? Instead of making just a solid wall, how about a cup that goes around it? That could be pretty cool. So I'm going to try to work out a redstone plan for that, somewhere over there, and I'll be back with you showing you what that. Okay, so I've got the next part done. I've got 2 of them done, and the only thing left to do is redirect this redstone, and I think it should just be as simple as that. Let's see what we get. Yep, so we got it. This is actually not as hard as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot harder having to redirect the redstone and stuff. But this is a pretty compact design considering what we were doing. But yeah, so I'm going to go copy it over to our other place over there. And then I'll get the bottom ones hooked up and all connected and stuff, and I'll be right back. There it is. We got the full double piston extension and retraction, and the item frame is perfectly fine. Now, one thing I do want to know is, can you actually hit it from there? Yeah. Aw, man. Well, that stinks. Huh. I don't know. Should I do something fancy to make it where you can't? Or should I just, like, push that out? Let's see. That's not really that hard at all. Yeah, I might just do that. Yeah, just do that. Make it look all complete and stuff. So, I think... Okay, yeah. I'm going to get back to actually doing this bottom part, but, okay. It is now 100% finished. Everything is finished. So, yep, the piston extender thing is done. I got this to where it'll extend, and it works around that redstone. And then I had to add some pulse extenders and different bits, so the door, that the thing that blocks this will have the perfect timing for 18 seconds to reset the system. But everything is fully functional. I even made a little room for it. But, okay, so I loaded this one with diamonds, and I loaded a few others, but I'll just show off that one, so let's get that. We press this button, It gets sent there in about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. Get it, get our diamonds, and done. Okay, so I waited till the door came up, and I already pressed the button, but I'll show you everything in full action now that you kind of understand it, and then I'll actually show you how it works and what all is going on if you haven't watched the full thing. So, here it is. So, I also loaded that one. I loaded it with redstone, so we press the button and get our shulker box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Get our redstone. Then once we're done with that, we reset the system by hitting this button. The shulker box will be sent off down in that direction. It says it takes 18 seconds, so that is right on, 18 seconds. And so then this door will open up, so let's wait for that. There we go. And then it's good to use again. We can do whatever. The reason for this door opening up is because this thing is so unnecessarily complicated. Like, as you can see, yeah, it's really unnecessary, all the stuff we have going on here. It's pretty crazy. This could be a lot faster, and if you want, I can make a tutorial on one that, like, you could actually use, and you would use on a daily basis. But this one was just a fun one to exercise my skills in building these types of things. Obviously, there's a lot of easier ways to do stuff, but, you know, just wanted to have fun on this one. So, now to take you through the process. So, which one did I also load? I loaded that one with iron. So, how will I do this and get there in time? It might need to break through. Alright. So, we do that. No. Well, it's already been sent off. But anyways, so we're using the arrow sorting system as, like, I showed in one of my videos, but so it has the arrow on an item frame, and then so this one was chosen, this one right here, and what happens is it is the only one that's powered. Down at the bottom you can see here it is the only one powered right now, so it'll power that dispenser when fired. As you can see, there's nothing in there, or not dispenser but dropper. And so then when this gets fired down, which is when the button is pressed, it'll go down for a brief period of time, allowing that to power, and it'll be shot off into the water stream. It'll come around here. Okay, this hopper, it's like the center of everything. It takes a comparator output, and then it sends it into this dispenser to make it automatically dispense, because I didn't have room to make one with all that going on. And then this dispenser, when it has a comparator coming out of it, as you can see right there, and it's coming into this dropper, which is going into a hopper. So right now it's in that hopper, and when you press the button, that, like, you know, the button up there, reset system, powers this, unpowers this, unpowers this, powers this, unpowers this, and allows the dropper, or the hopper, to go into the dropper. And then this is sent up, and right now the thing is powered because there's nothing in here, so that is turned on. But then when there's something in there, it powers off, and this pulse extender makes it where it goes for 18 seconds. Yeah, so that's kind of a little complicated thing there. You're probably not following this. Yeah, but try to keep up. Okay, but anyways, we'll just go on to this. So, when this button is pressed, it will send a signal off to here, and that will make it where it immediately powers that door, so you can't hurry up and press the button and break the system. That's what it, or do the arrow thing and break the system. So yeah, that's why that is there. So when you press this, the door will immediately come down instead of having that delay we have back in there. Yeah, with all of that. So that's why this is right here. And it has a pulse extender to make it where when, you know, whatever. I think you get the idea. But when that button is powered, it sends this redstone line up and powers this where it goes down, sending out that, and I already showed you that. Okay, so now we've got all of that part done. Okay, so now the back into the system and sorting. Okay, so this could be a lot easier, but we decided to make it complicated. So the piston will push off, and then the shulker box will be sent into here, which will be sent into there. It'll travel across like this. I'm gonna go into game mode 3 real quick. Alright, it'll travel across like that, and then this automatic dropper will be powered. That is a dropper, right? I think so. Oh, I can't see it. But it'll be powered because of this little automatic thingy. I had to look at my own video for it, but then it'll travel up this item elevator and across these hoppers. And how we sort it out is the thing that is chosen is locked after you press the button, and that's why we have to close those doors. You're probably asking, why do you have to close the doors? But that's why. So it makes its way to here, and it's all locked. So we have a torch tower coming up, and then this one is the only one powered off. And if you don't already know, hoppers, they try to run below themselves before they go to the direction they're facing, if that makes sense. But that means that also, like, if they're powered, they're locked. So this redstone repeater is running into this block, and it's powering this. So therefore, the redstone, or the shulker box, cannot go into that hopper. So what it does is it says, oh, that's locked, that's locked, that's locked, so it can't go down. But then as soon as it gets to here, that's unlocked, so it drops down in that direction and makes its way to this. And that is the whole thing complete. It's a lot harder than it seems, and it's pretty hard to explain also, but if you kind of get what I'm saying, then yeah. But let's drop back into game mode 1, and there we go. And then press this button, and then we'll watch the whole thing in action. So here's the pulse extender firing to make sure this is up, and then it's been sent through these hoppers, making their way up into this item elevator, and then that is passing through into here, and it's already done. But yeah, I think you kind of get the idea. It's really hard to explain though, but yeah. So if you did follow this and you want me to do a tutorial on a way simpler one, then go ahead and comment, and I will make sure to do that. Like, yeah. I'm kind of interested to know how you would do a simpler one, so I do want to experiment on that. So if anyone wants me to, I will. But I think I'm going to drop it for a while and work on some other projects. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this really long The Process video. And I'll see you later.